experience. It's the teacher of all things. Its lessons propel you forward to overcome obstacles and learn how far you can go. It's what makes you, you. And it's at the heart of every Macquarie University degree. It means you can combine virtual and on-campus learning and personalise your degree. With courses co-created by industry leaders and degrees with inbuilt internships, you learn directly from those with experience. When you're powered by our collective, you get the experience you need to get ahead. You become more than just you. You become you to the power of us. Macquarie University.
Good morning. Welcome to this morning's graduation ceremony. A very special occasion, special for graduands on my right, but parents and friends who've come to support them during the ceremony. So there's a few things to run through before we start. Can we make sure all mobile phones have been turned to silent? Appreciate that. You're welcome to take photographs, but we ask that you don't stand and impede the view of people behind. We also ask that you don't stand in the centre aisle, nor approach the stage at any time. If we need to evacuate for whatever reason, please follow the directions of the security staff. I've been here for a few years and we haven't had to use them so far. So we'll keep our fingers crossed, shall we? Today's ceremony was streamed live on Macquarie University's YouTube channel. Graduates, if you've ordered plaques or frames, please collect those from the appropriate areas around the back. When you process out, you'll see them around the back. Also available are portrait photography facilities, and they're just inside the door, so please avail yourself of that opportunity. Also available is a HD copy of today's ceremony, and there's a desk around the back where you can organise that. And I think what they do is they take your email and they just send it to you over the email or download it onto your computer. It's not a hard object. I think that's about it. But if I've forgotten, too bad. I need to talk to graduates now. I'll have to be a little bit quicker than I normally am. I started a bit late. Welcome and congratulations. It's a great day for you all, isn't it? You've worked hard to get here, some a bit longer than others, obviously. We want it to be an enjoyable day for you, as does the university. A few things, what's going to happen. Shortly, the official party will enter the graduation hall, come up the centre aisle and take their positions on stage. You'll be asked to stand for that. And while you're standing, there's a bit of a sound back down there. Anyway, a bit of an echo. The national anthem will be played, and we ask you to remove your trencher or your bonnet, as these are called, and at the end, put it back on. Make sure the tassel's on the left. We sit down. You're welcome to country from Uncle Chris Tobin, followed by an address by today I think is the Vice-Chancellor. He will address you from this lectern. Following that, there'll be an occasional speaker, and again they'll stand up at that lectern and address you from there. Then the important part. It's all important, but this is the important part for you folk. It's when you change from graduands, and that for the purpose of today's ceremony you are graduands, ending in NDS, not graduates. You will shortly. Now, you've graduated obviously somewhere, if not here. So just humour me and call yourself graduands for today, or for the moment. You'll be asked to stand. The presiding officer will seek assurance from the registrar, acting registrar, that you've satisfied all the requirements for the award of your degree. Pretty obvious, isn't it? You wouldn't be here if you hadn't. But that's something we must do, okay? It's a formality, but it's not redundant, it has to happen. So if you ask to stand for that, registrar will confirm that you have satisfied all the requirements. Presiding officer will then confer your degrees upon you, and that's when you become graduates. You ask to sit, and usher will collect the back row. You go right round the back, I'll be there, and I'll give you one of these. Your testamers are in here, and your name is through this window. And you have transcripts and so on in there. We'll give you one of those. We ask you to hold it like this, and there's a reason which I'll get to later. Now, you have seat tickets. Hopefully, I should have asked this first, but the number on your seat ticket corresponds to the seat that you are in. Okay, that's important because we need you to be in the right order. So I'll give you one of these. We'll check your name. You'll be asked to walk up the ramp, that corner, and then you'll stand in that corner over there, and then be asked to process across to the presenting officer at that far lectern. Presenting officer will read your name. Now, our PhDs and Masters of Research, any Masters of Research? PhDs, Masters of Research, good. Presenting officer, after reading your name, will read the title of your thesis. Okay? Read the title of your thesis. Then you can walk across the stage to the presiding officer to shake his hand. Now, we ask you to hold that, and I'll explain again in a second why, because we want it in part of the picture. Now, presenting officer, once they've concluded reading your name and the title of your thesis, will just touch their bonnet or their trencher like that, and we ask you to do the same. Okay? Just touch the side. If you miss, just be careful you don't poke your eye out. But just touch the side of your bonnet there like that. Walk across the stage, and this is important here, because you'll be here and you'll have your official photograph taken. We ask you to hold your testamer like that as part of the photograph. Now, as I said, if you do this, or after you do this, or by chance that you come across here and you say, oh, I forgot to do that, don't worry, you don't have to go back and have another go, okay? Just keep walking across here. There's a spot here. Shake the Vice-Chancellor's hand and the photograph will be taken. The other important part of this is that this is the official photograph for your graduation, okay? And it's important that you are at least smiling and you have your eyes open. Okay? It looks much better, okay? Because if you go around the back where the photographs are on the board and you see your photograph and you say, I don't like that, you can't come back and have another go, okay? So it's important that you get it right the first time, okay? Smile and keep your eyes open. Once you've shaken hands, process off the stage, down through that opening, not over the edge, okay? And I'm being serious, not over the edge. We've got that barrier up there, and the reason we had it, because last year I think a couple of people decided they wanted to jump off the end of the stage. Fortunately, no accidents. So down through that opening there, back to your row. Somebody will put you in a seat or in your row. We ask that you keep walking along that row to fill up the next vacant seat. Okay, because you won't necessarily be in the same seat that you are in now. Okay, a lot of people do a bit of maths around here, so you'd know that if you're first out, you're first back. So you see people trying to jump over somebody's knee to get to the seat they're in now. Okay, so first available seat in the row, or maybe another row. So just fill up the empty seats. Okay, you've come back, you've sat down. PhD, have you been told where you're sitting when you graduate? Previously we've been getting you to sit up here, but I don't know We'll have to wait and see what the officer does here, whether they direct you up there or not. I haven't been told anything different, so I'm assuming that you'll be on stage in the back rows, okay, all the way along. Usually there have been names on the seats previously, so just be aware of that. You may be sitting on the stage, okay? And PhDs, that is up there. Okay, we've all come sat down. One of you fine folk will come up and give the graduate speaker's address, and we have someone here to do that. I think I saw someone earlier up here having a sort of practice run. That's good. It saves me nominating somebody out of the graduates to get up here and do it if they're not here. I don't know. I can't do that. I'm not allowed. So, graduate speaker will come up and give an address. There'll be a musical interlude, and then the ceremony will close. You're asked to stand. The academic procession will go down the centre aisle. Graduates, see, you're graduates now, so I've used the right word, haven't I? Graduates will follow 2 rows at a time, out through the centre door, right on the outside where there will be refreshments and photographs and portrait photographs facilities and plaques and frames, all that sort of stuff, paraphernalia you can buy to display your testament on the wall at home and your photograph in your dress. Okay, you've got to look the part, haven't you? So all I ask is that you enjoy the day, be happy. There's not very many happy-looking people around down I can see down here. Eh? It's a graduation, okay? You know, it's a fun day. Yeah, it's a fun day, yeah. So enjoy yourself, and again, my congratulations.
Congratulations on your graduation, the start of a bright future, a future that Macquarie University wants to share with you. As a graduate, you are now part of our alumni community, a vast connected network that spans the globe, with thought leadership and networking events, locally and around the world, where you can connect with other alumni, find a future employer or employee. Also, as part of the alumni community, you have access to a wide range of benefits, including special discounts, free access to the library for life, an alumni e-magazine, special events, networks, and career and professional development opportunities. We celebrate and champion our graduate stories and achievements, so stay connected and stay informed. Graduation is an amazing milestone and one step on a lifelong partnership with Macquarie. That's you to the power of us. Stay connected by letting us know where your journey takes you. Simply update your details at mq.edu.au/alumni.
Hello again. Shortly, the official party will enter the graduation hall. When they've taken their positions on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the National Anthem. Could you please stand for the academic procession?
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and a wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests and graduates, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer traditional acknowledgement of country. Uncle Chris.
Thank you. Budri Mulinawul, everyone. Good morning. Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people by acknowledging that we meet today at Wallamata, and that is the ancestral home of the Wallamedigal clan. I would also like to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here today. It's very important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the neighbouring Burrabarongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter, Bullangai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now, that was probably better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly live well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked and made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 30,000 years. So remember, this is not a vision or an ideal to be strived for. This is normal life for us, and for the longest time, and not that long ago. And there is no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduands, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident that we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up now and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm pleased to introduce Vice-Chancellor and President of Macquarie University, Professor Bruce Doughton. Vice-Chancellor.
Thank you, Chris Tobin, for your wonderful, informative and generous welcome and acknowledgement of country today. It's always good to see you, and thank you again for being here, Chris. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly, the graduating class yourselves, a warm welcome to you. I also acknowledge and welcome two members of the University's Governing Council, Mr. Frank Zipfinger and Ms. Lynn Cobley today. Thank you for joining us as well. It is my distinct honour and pleasure to welcome you all here today at this graduation ceremony. I bring you the greetings of our Chancellor, Dr. Martin Parkinson, who is unable to be with us today, and the members of our University Council. It is our hope that today will be a very happy and memorable occasion for each and every one of you. Now, I did see as I came into the Michael Egan Hall today a number of small children. I think I spotted a small baby as well. And I want you to know that babies and children are always welcome at graduations at which I preside. I'm a paediatrician by background. I can assure you no amount of noise could disturb me. If the Chancellor were here, he is the former Secretary of the Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet, and he would have heard far worse rancour in the Cabinet room than any number of small children could possibly cause. So, children, have a good time. If you feel like a run around, a bit of noise, it's perfectly fine with me. Today is a milestone day for all of our graduands. We celebrate your wonderful achievements, those of you who are about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, perseverance and determination, and you've all made many sacrifices along the way as well in the pursuit of this, your end goal. You've worked very hard to get to this point, and you should feel very proud of what you have accomplished. We, as a university, are just as proud of your achievements, and I am pleased to be able to congratulate each of you as you come across the stage here today. I also want to especially welcome the family and friends and supporters of our graduands as their invited guests. The fact that you have been invited here today is proof positive that you have played a very important role in the lives of these folks today. So to our invited guests, congratulations on your accomplishments as well, and a warm welcome to you again. Now, graduands, you may not realise that you are about to participate in one of the oldest of Europe's social rituals. If you were to pick a date of, say, 1500 AD and look back and see what social institutions existed back then that still exist today, there are about 60 only. If you leave aside the Roman Catholic Church, the parliaments of England, Iceland and the Isle of Man, and 6 Swiss cantons or local government areas, the remainder are all universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For more than 800 years, graduates have been donning gowns just like the ones you are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like this one. And since those earliest graduations, the ceremony has remained almost unchanged, a defining feature of the life of every university and its students. Now, we all realise that Macquarie University is not one of those ancient universities. In fact, we are just about 60 years young. Though we are among the youngest universities in the world, we are very proud to take part in this time-honoured tradition. We all know, I believe, that youth, however, does have its advantages. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We enjoy an enviable reputation for our leading research excellence, engagement and impact. We are continually progressing and extending our research, our partnerships, our course offerings and our facilities. We have a proud tradition of innovation and discovery, and our pioneering approach is built upon a collaborative and connected learning community. It's a very exciting time for Macquarie amidst much change as the vision for this remarkable campus continues to unfold. No doubt you would have witnessed some of the developments happening around today. We now have over 225,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. It's very clear that we are looking forward and we're on the move, and so are each of you. Now, some of the things that we all value so much about Macquarie, I believe, will not change. Over my now almost 11 years in this role, I have had many visitors comment on the friendliness and inclusiveness of our staff and students and our welcome to guests. This, I think, is inherent to the Macquarie culture, and I anticipate it will always be so. Remember, graduands, you will always be welcome back at Macquarie University. We will always be a leader in teaching and learning, a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is really also about building community, where we have shared values, where we share things in common, and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some matters might be wildly divergent. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. Distinguished guests, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduands, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few moments, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we know as Macquarie University. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker for today's graduation ceremony, Professor Clifford Hughes, AO. Professor Cliff Hughes is a former president of the International Society for Quality in Healthcare. Until 31st of March in 2015, he was the Chief Executive Officer of the Clinical Excellence Commission, a statutory health corporation in New South Wales, established in 2004 to build capacity and design programs to promote and support improvement in the quality and safety for health services across New South Wales. This appointment followed a 25-year career as a cardiothoracic surgeon in Sydney. He has been chairman of a number of state and federal committees associated with quality and safety and research in clinical practice. He has held a variety of positions in the Royal Australasian College of Surgeons, including Senior Examiner in Cardiothoracic Surgery and member of the College Council. In 2015, he was awarded the Sir Hugh Devine Medal, the highest honour that the College can award to a fellow in their lifetime. He has served on 4 editorial boards and published widely in books, journals, conference proceedings on cardiothoracic surgery, patient safety and quality. He has a particular passion for patient-based care, better incident management, quality improvement programs, and the development of clinical leaders. He has received numerous awards for his national and international work, including an Alumni Award from the University of New South Wales. He has led 5 medical teams to China and has performed cardiac surgery in Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, India, and Bangladesh. In 1998, he was made an Officer of the Order of Australia in recognition for his contributions to cardiac surgery, international relationships, and the community. He is a founding member of the Academy of Quality and Safety in Australia. In 2014, the University of New South Wales awarded him the degree of Doctor of Science, its highest academic award. The underlying principle he brings to our university as a colleague is best summarised in his own personal goal to teach clinicians how to care for patients while treating their disease. I now invite Professor Clifford Hughes to please deliver the occasional address. Professor Hughes.
Thank you for that invitation to speak to you today, but first I too would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land where we are this morning, the Wallumbilla clan of the Darug Nation, and pay my respects to elders, past, present and emerging. Vice-Chancellor, members of faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduands and friends here today, for many of you will come as no surprise if I told you that medicine is a pattern recognition task. We see things we've seen before, and it reminds us of treatment we may like to use to treat disease. I wonder if you've thought about it. Certainly senior clinicians use pattern recognition all the time, am I right? Yeah. But not only that, you as graduates have been playing games during your course, I know. Spot the diagnosis, sit on the bus and see the person with a goiter, whatever it might happen to be, because that's what medicine is all about. So today I want to actually tell you a personal story of safety and quality care. But just so you don't fall asleep, I want to encourage all of you, everybody in the room, to listen to the rhythm of life from an entirely different industry, the railways. You see, some years ago, our family had a little cottage directly across the road from the Great Western Railway at Blackheath in the Blue Mountains. Being a train spotter for all of my life, but particularly since I was a teenager, I kept a camera near the front door of that little cottage, just in case an unusual train would pass by. Mostly, they were just coal trains, each wagon carrying on average around about 90 tonnes of coal from the Lithgow mines to coal loaders at Newcastle or Port Kembla. Of course, if there was a steam loco, that was a train spotter's delight, and the camera came into play. In 1990, Easter Sunday 1990 actually, I woke early, about 5:30. That's not all that unusual for me. But on this occasion I felt very uneasy, although I was not quite sure why. Slowly it dawned on me that the trains had been making a different rhythm as they passed the station and the level crossing just near our house. I had not been consciously aware of the passing trains during the night. My brother-in-law Boyd, with his family, was staying with us, and he was obviously disturbed in waking up. And he got up, and he and I together decided to investigate. We picked up my camera, and together we checked the track. And let me see the first slide. You see the problem? The broken rail. It was making a different noise, a different sound. And even in the reverie of my sleep, I sort of was aware that something had changed. Boyd picked up my camera, and together we set off to check the track to see what the problem was. To our surprise, what we saw was this broken rail. It was part of the point system, switches or turnouts, call it whatever you will. Whatever it was a tragedy waiting to happen. We needed a plan A to stop the problem. After a few quick photos with my camera, which Boyd had picked up, we walked the 200 metres to Blackheath Station, only to find it unattended. Well, it was a public holiday, and what shall we do now? We decided on plan B. Just a block away was a small police station, so we hurried down the hill, and we got to the police station, and guess what? It was closed. It was a public holiday. They did have an external emergency phone connected to the police station at Katoomba. Their response to my call was to the effect that we had probably too many refreshments the night before. Well, Easter Saturday was also a public holiday. So we needed plan C. We decided we would go down to the Katoomba signal box, about a 15-minute drive, once we got into the car. But we were now seriously worried about when the next train would pass through this busy line. As we drove through the village, we noticed a highway patrol vehicle outside the fruit shop, and inside found an officer buying his breakfast. Well, plan D was in front of us, and he was actually working on a public holiday. As we talked to him, he responded with some rather flowery language to the effect that this wasn't his problem. I don't know anything about trains, he said, but we persuaded him to come with us to the small railway building just a few minutes walk up the line. There we convinced him to use his emergency key to give access to the experts in the Katoomba signal box. The experts. All railway traffic was immediately stopped on the Great Western Railway. The roster repair gang were called to take over. It was time for plan E. That involved the senior fettler. The senior fettler is the person who's most in charge of the track, in this case over the Blue Mountains. And he arrived about an hour later. But there were two problems. You can see his bandaged hand. He had acute gout. He couldn't even lift his tools out of his truck. Second, he could not find any of the rostered maintenance crew. Most were out with their kids, soccer, barbecues, and of course it was still a public holiday. World stopped, perhaps. So we needed to adjust this plan. "Excuse me, mate," I said, "railways are my hobby. My dad was a railwayman. I can fix the problem if I have your tools." I said that rather excitedly, and he got my enthusiasm, and using both his tools and his supervision, I removed the broken bolts and started putting new bolts in and tightening them up. While I was doing that, realigning the track at the same time, he asked me what I did. I told him what I did at RPA, and he grabbed a hold of my hand. He said, "Stop, you can't do this." I said, "Why not? I'm just about finished." He said, "You don't have any insurance." That wasn't a public holiday, but it was public perception. My response, "Listen, mate, I'm having the best day of my life. And together, let's just do the job." And we did. And you can see here the extent of the problem on this third slide. You can see the bolts are broken and this little fish plate which keeps the rail aligned was just fallen over. We managed to fix all that. Once the job was done, he went back to the emergency phone in that little brick building and reported that it was okay for the trains to start again. But he came back and he looked pale, very pale. Then he said, "Do you know what the next scheduled train through here was?" I thought it would be a coal train, and I was worried about 90 tonnes of coal on my front veranda and perhaps over my camera. "No, it wasn't a coal train," he said. "It was train number 1, which is railway speak for the India Pacific, Australia's most famous long-distance train." I wonder what would have happened if we'd not taken a few of those steps I just mentioned. What has all this got to do with your graduation today? Quite a lot, actually. The motto of New South Wales Railway was, "Railways are the safe way." Today, you start, graduates, as a new life chapter in which safety and quality must be front and centre for each and every clinical intervention. What if that day I was too tired to cross the road, or too groggy to overlook the changing rhythm, or too reticent to insist the police come and have a look at the fractured rail, or, "Oh boy, stop worrying about the camera"? And what if the problem was one that we'd never seen before? What if it's outside our clinical experience as young graduates? We do all encounter strange settings without warning. Don't be surprised, but don't be silent. You will need to look and find help quickly. So just for a moment, graduates, I want you to look around the room. Have a look, turn around. These are your friends, your colleagues, your team. Have a look at the faculty behind me. This is where all the experience is. They know about sharing, talking to each other. You see, together we are on the same team. But if you cannot reach team members, to whom should you turn? And what about your role in supporting your mates as they are dealing with problems when they're tired and hungry and obviously out of their depth? You see, team is a bi-directional word, and good teams are always persistent. And that's what happened that day in March 1990. We were a team of people from different backgrounds, weren't we? The unsung hero was my brother-in-law. He was not a train spotter, but he came with me. He got up at 5:30, which was early for him. He was smart enough to pick up the camera so he could document things. The people that you've just been looking at and your family and friends are part of your team. And they are our allies, just a phone call away. We must make sure that the system has sufficient redundancy for the ongoing challenge faced by all of our clinicians. The best way to do that is to form a team of your colleagues that you spent the last 4 years with. Do not accept the status quo. When things sound different, or look different, or smell different, or whatever, find out why. And ask yourself the question, what else has changed? Particularly when you're tired or distracted or simply fearful of the unknown. And learn to be persistent in locating that expert advice. You got that as part of your course, but that's just the beginning. Just the beginning. The final praise belongs to my dad, the railwayman. He was aware of the incident. I made sure of that. It was he who taught me to listen to the rhythm, Not a bad lesson for a cardiac surgeon to learn from a railwayman, don't you agree? We can learn from other people. We can learn from our family. 6 years after the event, Dad passed away. I was going through his papers and there were copies of various reports that I'd been asked to complete. Forms again, there's always forms, because that's the documentation we pass on to other people and learn from it. So I had to fill out the forms and we sent them off to State Rail with the photos. A few weeks later, the new CEO of State Rail wrote back, sent back the original photos, sent back the original reports, and then asked if the story could go into the staff magazine for State Rail. It's called Way to Go. Hey guys, what better motto than that? When things aren't going right, look for help. That's the way to go. That was an education piece for all of State Rail and for many of us today. Pity though that the feedback loop had not been shorter. What joy Dad would have had amongst his railway mates. So, when members of your team seem to be marching to the beat of a different drum, be sure to check that everyone is responding to the rhythm of the original score. Parents, partners, friends, together with the graduates, you complete the story just by listening to the rhythm of life. So well illustrated by this cohort here, but informed by the rest of the room. We need to listen to the rhythm. It is their day, but what a huge part you played in it as well. Excuse me. Enough from me. Listen to the rhythm. Enjoy life and enjoy train spotting. Congratulations to you and well done.
Well, there we have, I think, an occasional address in the finest tradition of occasional addresses at graduation ceremonies. A story from Professor Hughes' own life at a time when you are about to continue writing your own stories of your own lives, no matter what field you come from, and so much wise advice in there. I think Professor Hughes deserves another great round of applause. Cliff, thank you. As Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees upon those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call upon our Acting Registrar, Professor Mariella Herbstein, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met all the requirements for these awards. Registrar.
Vice-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being present here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degree they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
Yes, that's you. In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority delegated from the Council as Vice-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences. I now call on Professor Patrick McNeill, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Medicine and Health, and Executive Dean, Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences at the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences to present the graduates. Professor McNeill.
Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, which contains two schools, the Macquarie Medical School and the School of Psychological Sciences, and 3 departments, Health Sciences, Chiropractic and Linguistics, as well as a research institute, the Australian Institute of Health Innovation. The faculty is a core component of the Macquarie University Health Sciences Centre, which is a unique academic health enterprise in Australia. Macquarie is the only university that integrates its learning and research with the practice of health here on our campus at our own health service called MQ Health. MQ Health provides the opportunity for students enrolled within the faculty to learn or to undertake research in an environment where real clinical and health practice is occurring. The faculty is proud of the way it integrates its learning and its health and medical research with patient care, captured by the purpose of MQ Health in 3 words: heal, learn, discover. In research, the faculty has particular strengths in neurosciences, cancer, clinical trials, cognitive and psychological sciences, and health systems research. Students in the faculty are studying one of 9 undergraduate degrees or a larger number of postgraduate coursework and postgraduate research degrees. And these include our graduate entry medical degree, the Doctor of Medicine, the Doctor of Physiotherapy, the Master of Public Health, a range of graduate entry health education master degrees, and the Master of Research in our premium research degree, the Doctor of Philosophy. Vice-Chancellor and President, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the degree of Bachelor of Psychology Honours, Class 1, Nathan Carr. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Psychology Honours, Sarah Ekdawi. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology Honours Class 1, Eleni Yasamithis. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology Honours, Paulina Gavria. Kate McGrath. Rachel Trujillo. Paris Sukatos. Madeline Wright. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Cognitive and Brain Sciences and Bachelor of Psychology, Georgia Dean. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Psychology, Luana Matrona. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology, Li Jian Liang. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Human Sciences and Bachelor of Psychology, Rebecca Wellesby. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology and Bachelor of Laws, Amanda Morgan. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Chiropractic Science, Lee Sin Tor. Guok Kern Trong. Hoi Yi Wu. Ho Ming Julian Yorn. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of Clinical Science, Talal Al-Kayal. Marisha Bhatnagar. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Umar Khan. Grace Kindred. Arnaf Rabi. Shrishti Sharma. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Human Sciences, Katie Abella. Salman Ahmed. Isabella Yannick. Thomas Metzger. Eramon Oad Yale. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology. Maria, Austria. Emelise Basson. Kazvi Bassin. Amelia Bonanno. Sarah Chu. Michael Clark. Lynette Elias. Liam Ferrier. Wei Tian He. Gemma Jacob. Benjamin Kinash. Jane Lee. Greta Malhotra. Nina McCallan. Sebastian Nikak. Annabelle Norton. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Psychology, Emma Wilson. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences, Melina Long. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Medicine, Caleb Bainbridge. Celeste Chandler. Hagen Bala. David Boucher. Kurt Bridgeton. Liam Brown. Madeline Carney. Simon Chan. Juliet Chin Chern. Matilda de Marinis. Catherine Denya. Alish Doherty. Megan Enriquez. Daniel Lloyd Evett. Eloise Ferguson. Jai Flora. Shelley Fowler. Ali Gosen. Mert Gokoglu. And Tony Hakola Parry. Atula Harikrishna. Adrian He. Jeremy Ho. Samuel Hudson. Faria Islam. Joshua Jung. Tasneem Kandikar. William Koo. Aaron Lee. Richard Lee. Ravini Lianaj. Adrian Lustig. Joshua Mann. Sarah Massicott. Michael Nicholas. Sai Kithana Nukala. Annie Quinn. Albert Scott. Jai Li Sheng. Pallavi Shrestha. Kira Solterbeck. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence and the University Medal for Medicine, Rathina Srinivasa Raghavan. Anthony Tegg. Ishan Kalpana Talambura. Minnie Toe. Stephanie Tran. Zoe Triplett. Marcus Vallejo. Chandana Wichiwira. Logan Woodman. Thomas Xavier. Ujin Yang. Sai Yera. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Physiotherapy. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Ruby Bruce. Domenico Garzo. Douglas Hepburn. Benjamin Knight. Matthew Nashid. Bryce Shaw. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Chiropractic. Miguel Vijay Kumar Dave. Rosa Zonchi. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Neuropsychology. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Cassandra Leith. Molly McNulty. Rachel Scott. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Psychology. Mausha Fernando. Madeleine Makinson. Christopher Stalley. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Conference Interpreting, Zhixi Yao. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Organisational Psychology, Amy Easton. Arabella Steele. I present graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Public Health, Tanya Agarwal. Vice-Chancellor and President, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. The Master of Public Health Research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is competency in applied public health research. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Public Health Research, Eshrat Jahan, for a thesis entitled The Role of Smartphone Applications in Preventing Type 2 Diabetes Mellitus, a systematic review and qualitative study. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training and a major research project. Graduates are focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation to a doctoral degree. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Ashley Jones for a thesis entitled Cross-Modal Enactment in Bilingual Auslan English Conversational Narratives. Melissa Neve for a thesis entitled A Feasibility Study to Understand the Characteristics of the Clinical Encounter Between Chiropractics and Young Patients in Australia. Miniat Nguyen for a thesis entitled Interlanguage Variability from a Psycholinguistic Perspective, a case study of Vietnamese ESL learners. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Yaoz Alp Aksoy for a thesis entitled Development and Application of Genome Editing Tools for the Study of ALS in Zebrafish. Dr. Luke Alexander for a thesis entitled Performance Management and the Production of Subjectivity, a Linguistic Ethnography. Dr. Mia Bierbaum for a thesis entitled Clinicians' Attitudes Towards Clinical Practice Guidelines in Oncology in Australia, a Mixed Methods Study. Dr. Jonathan David for a thesis entitled Why Do We Want So Much Stuff? A close look into the reasons behind acquiring and saving possessions. Dr. David Freiley Navarro for a thesis entitled Natural Language Processing Models in Clinical Medicine, Development, Validation and Implementation of Automated Text Analysis in Electronic Medical Records. Dr. Magali Goyrand-Ampere for a thesis entitled Methodology for a Proactive and Collaborative Development and Implementation of Wholesome and Ethical Artificial Intelligence in Healthcare in Australia. Dr. Shabani Gupta for a thesis entitled Investigation of Biomolecular Alterations in NEC8 Mutant Models of Nephrono... Got me with that one. Nephrono... Yeah, okay. Dr. Sarah Kim Hiopborg awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for a thesis entitled Antagonism, Collaboration and Skill in Martial Arts. A cognitive, ecological, ethnographic approach. Dr. Vani Karkur for a thesis entitled Beauty Ideals and Body Image Among Adolescent Girls, a Cross-Cultural Study. Dr. Yasunori Kato for a thesis entitled Teaching and Learning Yakurugo in a Formal Japanese Learning Context, Exploring the Potential. Dr. Saji Maruthakara Subramanian for a thesis entitled Streamlining Cochlear Implant Critical Care. Dr. MacArthur Mignon for a thesis entitled Moving Memories, Cognitive Ecologies of the Maori Haka. Dr. Sina Shadfar for a thesis entitled the protective role of protein disulfide isomerase against DNA damage in amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Dr. Ting Shern for a thesis entitled Brain-Derived Neurotrophic Factor BDNF Gene Interaction Between Val66met Polymorphism and Neurodegenerative Diseases. Dr. Nu An Vo for a thesis entitled Fostering Students' Critical Thinking in English Language Teacher Education, a comparative case study of 2 master's programs in applied linguistics TESOL in Australia and Vietnam. Dr. Carol Webster for a thesis entitled The Functions of a Second Order of Symbolic Articulation, Linguistic Stylistics and Dialogue in the Sunset Limited of Cormac McCarthy. Dr. Sharilyn Wu for a thesis entitled Development and Application of Platforms for Functional Assessment of Oligogenic Factors in Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Jacob Durney Steele.
Father and grandfather. Father and grandfather.
I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media and Communications and Bachelor of Security Studies, Matthew Johnson. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media, So-Young Dung. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies, William Barraclough. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Communication with the degree of Master of International Relations, Chin Yin Ye Jacinta Obikwalu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Criminology, Nicholas Gaskin. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Cybersecurity Analysis, Jack Motion. Vice-Chancellor and President, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Electronics Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Kai Yuan Luo. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Alexander Russell. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering, Ashu Tosh Badwa. Jareth Laksamana. Lovejeet Sharma. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Information Technology. Kairi Kurachi. New Me Nguyen. Hafsa Nureddin. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Engineering Management, Brian Mark Prado. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Information Technology, Vijay Yalakshi Mikali Nini. I present graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Science Innovation in Environmental Studies, Xue Jiang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Levi Brown for a thesis entitled Detection of Fire-Related Cues by Frogs. Hansani Galapati for a thesis entitled Measuring Predation Pressure on Butterfly Populations. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Halimulati Ananui for a thesis entitled Abundance and Distribution of Volatile Elements in the Subcontinental Lithospheric Mantle. Dr. Ding Ma for a thesis entitled Semi-Parametric Accelerated Failure Time Model Estimation with Time Varying Covariates. Vice-Chancellor and President, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, Faculty of Arts and Faculty of Science and Engineering.
Vice-Chancellor, I call on Sarah Catherine Masikote, who graduated with a Doctor of Medicine, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Sarah Catherine Masikote.
Vice-Chancellor, members of the university, graduates, and guests, it is truly an honor to stand here as representative for the remarkable graduates from today. I'm graduating from the Doctor of Medicine today, and as I reflect on the past 4 years of study, there's a vivid memory that stands out. We were in our 4th week of study. We'd just started the cardiovascular system, our first human body system, and we received some news that would ultimately change our entire learning careers. On the Tuesday of that 4th week, we received unexpected and kind of exciting news that our mid-semester break would be starting immediately. Due to the COVID pandemic, we would not return to campus at all in that first semester, and the subsequent semesters saw restrictions to all physical attendance for learning activities. These restrictions extended to affect our MD welcome ceremony, such that there were no guests at the ceremony. Students attended, received our stethoscopes, and performed our cohort's oath all alone. In the face of these challenges, the presence of family and friends here today feels significant. I'm a testament to the unwavering support that I've received from my loved ones, and I know every graduate here shares a similar story of resilience and support. To all of the guests here and those that are not able to attend, you are the bedrock upon which all of our successes stand today, so thank you. After the MD welcome ceremony, my dad gave me some valuable advice. He had watched the live stream of the ceremony from Canada and had noticed that my name had been mispronounced. He emphasized to me the importance of my professors truly knowing me, and that started with my name. Well, Dad, look at me now. Even if my name wasn't perfectly pronounced earlier, while I'm up here, hopefully I can manage to get it right. I am Dr. Sarah Masikote, and I extend a heartfelt congratulations to all of the graduates today. This is a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and resilience. As we step forward into this new chapter of our careers, I hope that you all have the confidence and knowledge that you will be able to make meaningful impacts in all of your respective fields. Congratulations, graduates.
Dr. Masikote, thank you very much for that wonderful responsory address and that little lesson on pronunciation for us all. To your family as well. Maybe we finally got it right, I hope. Congratulations to you on your degree. Another great round of applause.
Come
Friends, that wonderful operatic voice belongs to Ms. Angela Brewer, who is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. We're very lucky, graduands, to have Angela here singing for us today. The Emeritus Chancellor, Michael Egan, after whom this hall is named, used to say that, and he would say, your luck was because if she wasn't able to be here, he would have to sing. And on one occasion, he did actually have to do that, but that's a story for another day. Please join us in thanking Angela again. Please join me also in thanking our musicians, the university organist, Ms. Heather Mowen-Boyd, and the trumpet, Ms. Melanie McLaughlin. And I would like to take this opportunity also to acknowledge and thank representatives from our alumni community who come along and have very generously offered their time to make sure the day runs smoothly for you. Thank you for being here. And finally, our technical staff who ensure that the proceedings all can be seen and heard around the world, not just for everyone here, but as we are live streaming, as I say, around the world. Thank you. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you are now part of that greater Macquarie family. Our alumni network I mentioned earlier has over 225,000 graduates spanning around the world. This is the beginning of the rest of your lives, and they welcome you to that community. We'll also look forward, hopefully, to seeing you back on campus along the way, maybe to attend alumni events, perhaps undertake further study, or just to wander around this beautiful campus and reminisce about the good times spent here with us, notwithstanding COVID, of course. Graduates, the award of a university degree comes with many opportunities and privileges, but my view is that it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourselves to lifelong learning and inquiry. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. I urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So I urge you to also always give thought to what you might do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes, graduates, to make a very real difference in another person's life. Sometimes a kind gesture or a gentle word can mean an enormous amount to a fellow traveller. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. My hope is that as Macquarie University graduates, you will use what you have learned here not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of your community. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It is also my hope that you will always remember those who have helped you out along the way, many of whom are here with you today or watching online. So to acknowledge their contribution and indeed to thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First of all, I'd like all of our new graduates to please stand up. Now, I would like you to place your testimonies on your seats behind you and turn around and face your family and friends. And I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause in thanks and gratitude. Now, you might turn around, but don't sit down just yet. Here on the stage are representatives of our academic community who have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please do pick up your testament from your seat behind you, since I wouldn't want you to leave that behind after all this work. The official party will soon leave the graduation hall, followed by the graduates. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduations, which has been played at ceremonies like this one for centuries. This music, set to an age-old set of Latin lyrics, begins as Gaudeamus igitur, dum sumus juvenes. In translation, this graduation exit song starts out, "Therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young." This song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the very same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state and city, and also of happiness. Now might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly I will lead the official party out, followed by the graduates, and I invite you all to follow us around this way, and there are some light refreshments being served. Again, to the graduates, the newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for your lives and futures to be filled with success, satisfaction, and most importantly, happiness. In closing today's magnificent celebration of your achievements, I say again, Gaudeamus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.